Well, welcome back to Random American, and today we're putting a fuel system on this thing, or at least part of one. So, yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so specifically what we're doing is we're upgrading the fuel filter to something much bigger, and I'm putting in a fuel pump. The reason why I'm doing that because this thing is gravity feed, trying to make my own diesel fuel, and it just won't feed fast enough to keep the engine supplied whenever it gets hotter. At least I think that's most of my issue. Sorry about the traffic. So, in order to do this, I'm going to have to make my own mount out of some angle iron I have laying around, and I'm going to have to disassemble most of it. So the fuel tank has to come out, battery has to come out, steering wheel has to come off, dash has to come up, have to take a few bolts out of there, get this mounting platform taken out, and drill a few holes up front, maybe cut this old one off in a fashion that I can put it back on if I need to. But yeah, that's where we're going from here. So I'm going to get to taking some of this off, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, now we have this all unbolted, and let me tell you something. If you're working on one of these, this bolt and this side are the only two that you need. I spent a lot longer than I'd like to admit trying to get a socket on one of these, and that has nothing to do with any of it. So keep that in the old thinker whenever you go and take this off. Other than that, it's pretty simple. You can mostly fit a socket down in here to get to one of the ones on the bottom, and the other side and the rest you're going to have to just use a wrench. Now, I've already done some test fit up, and that general area is where the pump is going to tuck back in here. So I'm going to get my pump, I'm going to mark these two little holes with a marker. We'll drill those in it, and then I will get to working on this bracket thing. At the very worst, I'm going to go ahead and get it, I'll figure that out. But first things first, let's see about getting the pump mounted up. Okay, so quick update. I have the pump mounted. I can only get one bolt in there because trying to get a second bolt in there, I don't want to torture myself like that. So just drilled one hole through, marked with a paint marker, put that in there. I did rotate this to where the wires are up. It might be easier later. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But got this in here pretty much how I want it. At least it better be because it's tight. Then I have my piece of angle. It's ugly right now, but I have a hole to go through this main support that holds the tractor together, and a second that's right here that will keep it from tilting. I just have a little teeny piece of all thread I'm going to cut off, put through here, bolt it up, same as nothing. So next, I'm going to go ahead and put that back on and fit this up a little bit. Probably going to have to trim this back some more, and then I can go ahead and bend it 90. I'll heat it with torch or something like that. Get this bent 90 degrees, probably tack weld it up. My tack welds are going to offend a lot of people, which I don't blame you, you know, I get it. And punch a couple of holes in this, punch a couple of holes in this side whenever I get it bent around, get my filter bolted up to it. Then it's as easy as plumbing in the filter and then the pump over to here, and we can try and start it. I'm going to start it on just diesel fuel first. I'll do my homemade diesel testing a little bit later. But yeah, this is where we're at right now. I am going to paint this, but the only thing I have to paint it with is some purple. Girlfriend will be happy about it. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully this isn't a terribly long video. Somebody, maybe you, will actually watch it. That'd be cool. Yeah. I can have a working tractor, a couple of views. It'd be great. Okay, so I have everything bolted down except for this one bolt right here, which is according to plan. I've literally just set the tank on and I have the fuel pump wired up. I found a wire from the switch over to the glow plug relay. It's the one right in the center. I'll bring you in here in a second to show you. Then we're going to go ahead and put this here bracket on, and I'm going to zip some holes in there. And yeah, we're going to keep hooking up hose. Something you can judge me for. I forgot to get hose clamps, and I'm using zip ties. Let's see if they work. But yeah, I'll get this bracket real quick and we'll set her on. Well, it's got some spots that are missed and got more runs than me after Taco Bell night, but that's fine. She'll work. Not going anywhere. Okay, so obviously no holes. I'm just going to set this right there. Maybe down the touch, somewhere in there-ish. I can't see it at all. That's center enough. Okay, now get your drill bit, set it in there, about where you want it to be. Come to this side. Oop. Okay, so I need to be somewhere in this area. And bam! But I can only put one bolt in here because I didn't get enough, and I had to use the one bolt for in there because I couldn't find the bolts for that, and I'm kind of retarded. So let's get this bolted in and get it plumbed up, and I'll be right back with you with, I don't know, maybe some stuff cleaned up and this thing's starting. Okay, you can see got a little bit of fuel in here because I cracked this open. The filter is not a, or the filter, the pump isn't a pass-through, and I didn't have quite enough, so I had to run and get some. I got a couple of clamps. I tightened this one down till it's past torque spec. So I'm going to turn the switch on. Let's see if we get fuel. It would be super nice if we got fuel. Oh, gonna have to crack, you know, the bleeder screw. Put all these over here for no reason. Oh, way too big. 12. It's a 12. Okay. Now let's try it for real this time. There we go. Oh, God, that is a lot of fuel. That thing's not kidding. Just got squirt on. All right, so I'd say we got fuel. And let's see if she starts. Okay, let's see what do. Put this back on. This got fuel. Glow plugs. Just a second. Oh, that's not connected. It works! Gotta connect it. Alrighty guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today. The only thing I have left to hook up is my foot throttle. Forgot about it. Not really a big deal. Tractor runs. I don't see it leaking other than whenever it sprayed me in the face, which I'll take that as a win. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. If you made it this far, I greatly appreciate it. I really do. Like and subscribe, all that good, fun, happy horse shit. And the cordwood challenge is coming. I know I keep saying it, but I have some time, changing jobs. It'll be a lot easier now. So I already have plans for that. I have the axes ready. Just need to get over to the farm and start cutting. But anyway, I appreciate you, and have a good one.